Hey, in this video, I'm going to be showing you the funnel steps it takes to get hired from step one all the way to the last step when you land your remote marketing job. So, starting off, you see the job description. And for my strategy, we're going to be using LinkedIn. There's definitely other websites that you can use to find marketing jobs, but LinkedIn right now is definitely the top, in my opinion. So, starting off, you find the job in LinkedIn, you go to the job section, filter for remote jobs, and then look for jobs within those areas. Most of the jobs that we look at are going to be, in the US, UK, Australia, Canada. And once you find the LinkedIn job, you're going to want to make sure you analyze the keywords, the description, and what language are they using in the job description. That's going to be really important because some companies might call it paid ads, another company might call it paid media. A lot of companies have different wording for similar things when it comes to marketing roles. So you want to take that wording from the job description and then sprinkle it in to your LinkedIn profile. That's going to be very important. And it's not like you have to change your LinkedIn profile every single time, you apply for a job, but you definitely want the main keywords that you see repeated very often. Paid ads could be Google ads, Facebook ads, SEO. You'll be able to see once you've applied to multiple jobs on LinkedIn, you'll be able to see a pattern of all the different keywords that are in the role that you're looking for. And then after that, you want to be optimizing your resume. So with your resume, you're definitely going to be editing that every single time you apply to a job. So your LinkedIn profile, you can just make sure they have, the very repeatable standard keywords that you're running into a lot when you're applying for your certain marketing role. But for your resume, you're going to want to contextualize that, change the wording of that resume every time you apply for a job. And it's not like you have to change all the wording, but I would say that the main summary of your resume and the main key points of your most recent job in your resume definitely should align with the job description of the job that you're applying for. So your LinkedIn profile, just optimize it once, making sure it has the repeatable keywords that you see a lot in job descriptions. And then for your resume, there's only the top section of your resume that you're going to contextualize to the job description every time you send in an application. And after that, you optimize your cover letter. Same thing with your resume. You're going to be changing up certain keywords to fit the job description. So your resume and your cover letter are going to be changed every single time you apply for a job on LinkedIn. And that way, recruiters that are looking through your resumes and cover letters, they're going to match the wording from the job to your experience on your resume and on your cover letter. And some of these recruiters also use softwares to automatically scan the resumes and cover letters to see which would be the best to reach out to. So you're hitting it on all bases, basically, when you do that. So resume, cover letter, you're going to change it every single time you apply to a job. And for outreach as well, let's say after you've sent in your resume and your cover letter, you're going to want to outreach to the recruiter after a day or so, just to let them know that, hey, you're interested in this position. This is the experience that you've gotten over the years, or in your short period of time working, doing your projects. You're going to want to use the wording keywords from the job description and also throw it in to your outreach when reaching out to recruiters. Then let's say after that, you get contacted by the recruiter. They saw your profile, your resume, your cover letter, your outreach method. They're like, hey, this guy seems like could be a good fit. Let's hop on a call, see where it goes. And then when you're on the interview with the recruiter, most interviews for marketing roles, there's probably going to be like a 2-3 round thing. First round, you talked with the recruiter. Second round, you're going to be talking to your manager or whoever's going to be in charge of you for that marketing position. Third, you'll be talking to upper management. But in those interviews, you're going to want to be sprinkling in those keywords from the job description. Repeat it back to them. Obviously, they have it in their resume, or you have it in your resume, you have it in your cover letter, but they do want you to reinforce that your responsibilities, your projects, your experience, the things you've done align with the job. So all those keywords that you hear them say in the job description, you tell that to the interviewer and mix in those keywords because they're going to want to hear that. They're going to want you to reinforce those things. And then, yeah, lastly, that's the end. Once you've been through all the stages of the interviews, then you'll be offered a, salary, whatever amount, and it's up to you to decide whether it's a good salary range. You've probably done some research looking at the experience level for this type of role and what range they get for where you're working at. Different states, different countries are going to have different ranges. So as long as you do your homework there, figure out how much it costs, after that, you'll be good to go and you can negotiate accordingly once you have all that information. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing right here. The whole funnel from start all the way to job description, optimizing your LinkedIn profile, your resume, cover letter, outreach, and then the interview. Hope you guys found that useful. This is just a very simple, high level overview of the funnel to getting hired. If you want some more in depth information, check out the link below on my website. I have a free video guide showing you how to get your first remote marketing job. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.